Hi everyone, and welcome to the energy update from February 6th to 12th, 2023. My name is Heike and I would like to share with you what my guides love to share with you all for this week. The first topic they mentioned is cleansing and purging, and this leads to a profound or very intense, but not necessarily painful, healing. So it's a very profound process that you may be already going through or have noticed is happening. And maybe you notice this in a kind of feeling that you need to go to your stuff. And this can be mentally, emotionally, literally, or altogether. So is there anything or is there something that always comes to your mind? Some kind of thoughts that you might want to address, or literal, some things, some corners, rooms of your home or office, workplace that you feel you need to go through to address. Or maybe you're also noticing that you have mood swings, that you feel emotionally not too stable or really frustrated, annoyed, disappointed at times, or very tired. This could also be a sign that emotionally you may want to address certain emotions. And of course, the question is always, where does this come from? Where do these thoughts come from? Where do these feelings stem from? And it can be a good idea to just write it down and contemplate a little about it. Or even if you just write down a question and leave it, you like walking away and doing your whatever normal daily occupations are, and then you come back to it whenever something comes to your mind and you add upon your notes. So it's very important to not judge or blame yourself, and to see that you are not responsible for certain things that you cannot change. You're only responsible for your own well-being. Of course, not at the expense of others. We're not talking about selfishness here. We're talking about a healthy approach, which always is a benefit to all. So it's really all about this Abraham Hicks, what they always remind us of. Our responsibility to achieve our dreams is to feel good, because that's always the way, the path to your dreams. And of course, we cannot always feel good. That's not what life is about. But you can choose something that brings you relief. It can be an action, it can be a thought, it can be music, whatever. You will know what, if you ask yourself, okay, this is where I am now. What can I do for myself that makes me feel better? And that's actually what our task is in this. And then, if you are in this process of resolving your thoughts, finding out where they come from, maybe something you always heard lately, or just going far back into your childhood, whatever. So it's actually very likely, because it's a profound healing of your life. That's what we're all going through in these years anyway. So just find out, write it down and read through it, whether it's your emotions or your thoughts. And also when you're literally going through your stuff, write down what comes up, because emotions and thoughts may come up, because it's all connected. And also feelings, your body reacts to when you're purging. It's really interesting. This is why it's so important to have a good shower or take a bath after purging. Yeah, so there's always a reaction, and as a result you may find out or get more clarity about what you want to let go of in your life, what you do not longer want, what you have outgrown. And that's very important to notice, to acknowledge, and of course, to take the necessary action steps. And that's not necessarily like throwing out people out of your life. That's been, I don't know, as I sense or as I noticed, or what my impression was, better to say, it's became a kind of fashion to do that, yeah. But that's not helpful, because as long as you have not really learned the lesson that everyone brings you as a gift, the universe will give you someone else who's just similar. So it's better to work this energetically by sending them love and healing, whatever you think they need, and write them out of your life with a goodbye letter, thanking them for whatever gift they've given you, and emphasizing on the gift, on what you've learned, and then see what the universe makes of it. You never send these letters. It's only to clarify and to purge from your mind, actually. It's a mental cleanse. Okay, so the second topic is fresh beginnings. And of course, that comes from an intense desire to change. And it's, of course, people are tired. In these last years, we've been having so many restrictions and limitations. So we really got the feeling we can't, of powerlessness, yeah, and that we can't do what we really want. So it's also like a kind of suppressed energy. And this suppressed energy needs an outlet at some point. And we are at this point where it needs an outlet and where it's looking for an outlet. And of course, that can be also dangerous at times. And we've seen that. We've seen that, surely. Like New Year's Eve in Germany was very violent. So it's important to find healthy ways to let this out, or to or creative ways to transform this energy. And also, what we notice is not only tiredness from all these restrictions and limitations that we feel are placed around us, but also it's a kind of compassion fatigue, that there's very different directions, very different opinions going on in the world, and to always understand everyone, it's just not possible, and it's also not necessary. The important thing is that you understand yourself, and if by understanding yourself and having clarity about who you are and what you want and what you're here for, this is an enormous contribution to the collective. So it's very important to not rush into action, but to always make a good action plan of how you want to bring into this world what you would like to show in this world. And it's important to do it step by step, because we need the mental flexibility to adjust to whatever the universe has to say, yeah. Because if you do a certain change, everything changes, as you know, yeah. If you change from the inside, which is a real change, yeah. Just adjusting something in the outside, sometimes it's not a real change, because you can move into a new environment, but if you stay the same person, you will attract the same things. It's just a question of time. So it's about changing yourself, as we had in the first topic, and then see, okay, what does the universe make out of it? And is then the second step of my action plan still resonating with all this that I'm seeing around me and that I sense as my intuition? Because of course your intuition is the most important thing. Yeah. So this is all about going with the flow of the universe. So the fresh beginnings, yes, they are here. But the important thing is to be not in resistance. And every negative emotion comes from a place of resistance. So if you feel negative about it, or you feel like I have to get this through, you notice in your body it's all tense, and that's not it. That's not the way. The way is what can seem or look like a challenge, but it feels right. Yeah, it feels exciting, inspiring, etc. You know the difference anyway. So it's very, very important to remember that it's all about going with the flow of the universe. I'm just checking with the masters, because all of a sudden things can also move very fast. We're in a time and energy quality where everything goes fast anyway, but we have experienced like a standstill, and then all of a sudden it's fast. And therefore it's so important to have your intuition on your side and to not limit yourself to your own speed. So meaning, if you feel it goes really fast, but with your intuition everything is right, let it go, let it move, because it will work. Yeah, don't get anxious and stop. Yeah, I hope I'm explaining myself well, because it is all about following your intuition, and it's about going with the flow of the universe. The universe is helping with the new beginnings. It's helping you. And the important thing is that you have your action plan, but that you're flexible enough to adjust it and to not be anxious if there are speed changes. I hope I got that clarified now. Yeah. Okay, so the message from the masters is implement feel-good moments in your life. For example, it can be just having a cup of tea, or buying yourself some flowers, listen to music, or some conscious exercise. And they said, mention your feel-good workout. Yes, it's on YouTube at Feel Good Workout 444. And this really helps you to be in contact with your intuition and to process the energies so that they get not stuck in your body, that they really are transformed by your body, because that's our task. We need to transform the energies through our physical bodies, and the guides lead this work out and help with that. So it's a very energetic workout with lots of health benefits, mentally, emotional, and physically, definitely. If you want to know more about that, I have a little channel intro which explains this. Okay, so negative emotion is always an indicator for resistance, and that there is not enough trust in the universe and in life. So make sure that you always, if negative emotion comes up, kind of figure it out. Where does it come from, and where do I not trust enough? How can I trust more? Yeah, in life, in the universe. And of course, when you think about your life and how much you've already done and achieved and all this, and think about when did life surprise you and all of a sudden whatever came up. Maybe you want to write an event down that you remember, and definitely how you felt, so you can tune into that if you are at some point where you think it's not worth it, it's not working, etc. Yeah. Okay, so this is actually the feeling from Life Surprises Me of miracles, and this is how to create miracles, and they are creatable. They are created by you. No resistance and thoroughly trusting. Okay, thank you very, very much for for your attention and for being here as a community and for growing my channel, which is the biggest gift that you can give me, to have more people available for this help and spreading the word, spreading the love, because as you know, this is about you. It's not very much about me. So yeah, thank you for all your support, for liking, sharing, commenting and subscribing, and for sharing this with the world by growing this community. You are needed. So please take care, look after yourself, and as always, lots and lots of love from the masters.